So I started off by going to new and make projects. This is my project area. I'm going to use assembly. I'm literally just showing you how to just do basic editing. I'm not a Premiere Pro expert or anything like that. But when I was starting to make videos, I just found it really hard to understand what a lot of the videos explaining things, because it was just way over my head. So I'm literally just showing you how to do things. I don't know the proper words for any of these bits and pieces. So I'm just like showing you, here's 1, 2, 3, 4 things you can do. And I hope it helps. I know I like to learn from someone who's on my level as well. So I'm going to go to File and then Import. We're going to import the video file using how to install a plugin. I've already done it, but I just did it so you can see. And then, so you just come over here. I'm just going to delete one of them because I only just added it so you could see how to do it. I'm going to do it again. So import the video file, and it comes. Here it is. And you'll just drag it across here. And this is like your panel for the editing, and these are like layers. Again, I don't know what all these it means, V3, V2, V1. I think yeah, so with the microphone it's audio and the others videos, but I just figured it out by trying to do it, watching all these videos that are very confusing, having some tears, and I just want to make it easy for you. So here you go, got the video. And then when you click on it, you can drag it, which is like moving it along. So that you can see here the time from 0 to a couple of hours. So you might not want your video to start straight away. You might want to put a cover, you want to put music, things like that, which I do want to do. So I'm just going to move it over here for a minute. I've already imported my music, and I went to import and then found my file. And again, I'm just going to click on it and drag it over here. So that's going underneath. So you'll see that's the length of the video. It's a bit too long for me. I will cut it and I'll show you how to do that. Next we'll do that. Okay, so these two little circles is like toggling in to zoom in and zoom out. So I'm going to zoom in so I can see the full audio file. So I've clicked it, then this red arrow appears and I can move it left to right, and that's cutting the video. And I'm going to take a bit off, and I like to take a bit off the start because I like this music to come in a little bit more when it gets going. So you can see I've shortened the video, the audio, sorry. So I'm now just going to click on the audio and I'm going to drag that, and that's putting it to the start of the video. And if I press here, it's like go to in, so you have an in and out. So go to in, it's like going to the beginning. Press play. Yeah, and I think I want the music to start fading around that point. So we go to effects up here, takes a while, and then I'm going to go to audio transitions here on the right, but sometimes it's on the left. Things are always moving. Crossfade, and then I'm going to use exponential fade. So I'm going to click on it and drag it and place it at the end of my video. Or you can place it at the beginning of the audio, wherever you want it to fade out. And I want it to fade out when I start talking and the video starts. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in a bit more because we're going to have to just check. So there we go. I can see the beginning of the video. I'm just going to move this. This is just sort of like moving through the video. I'm going to start here. Okay, yeah, so that's fading after the video starts, so you can't hear me talking. So I'm going to click on this, and then it turns grey, and then the red arrow appears, and then I can drag it out, and I want it to start fading a little bit before the video starts. And I'll just see, what does that sound like? I am just going to add a plugin. Yeah, you can hear me. So I will go with that. And then I have, or you can then import, again, you can import, and I've imported a cover. It's not the right cover and it doesn't fit, but it's just to show you. So here is planner walkthrough. It's just a cover. Again, you just drag it, and if I'm just dragging it here, so it's sort of like on top. There you go, you can see it's there. Then there's a gap, nothing. So I need my video to start earlier, so I'm moving my video, and I want it to fade out and my video to start like a bit more of a nice blend, so I'm going to overlap it a bit. That means this whole thing has to move. I'm going to shorten the audio even more, and on the other side, and then I'm going to drag the whole thing. Oops, nothing. Let's try that. And then click off, and then I click on, and then just drag the whole thing and back to in. I am just going to add yeah, okay, happy with that. Next, I'm just going to do the fade of the cover. So that's a video transition. I'm going to go with dissolve, but you can do lots of things. Zoom in, wipe, slide, all kinds. I'm just going to dissolve, and I'm going to try additive dissolve and click on it and drag it to the end of my graphic, and it starts to dissolve a little bit before, so I might just overlap that a little bit more. Let's have a look. I am just going to yeah, so you can see that it dissolved into my video. I want it a bit longer, so I've clicked on here and I'm going to drag this out. Let's have a look. Okay, and I'm just going to drag this across, so there's more dissolve time. I am just going to add a plugin on my WordPress website and show you how I do that. And again, I think I'm going to just start fading the music really early on, like almost like it comes in and it starts to fade, and I'm going to make it shorter. Clicking this and moving that whole red thing, and back to in the beginning. I am just going to add a plugin on my work. So I'm happy with that. So the graphic faded in, the music faded, and the video came in. Okay, happy with that. Like you can see, it's really big. I'm going to click on the graphic, and I'm going to double click. You can see this circle. It's just like I can move it, and I'm just dragging it to the corner, and then you can just amend it like that. And if you use the corner, then it's going to keep it in proportion. I'm just going to move this because this is not my whole screen. Okay, now I can see my whole screen. I'm just going to just pull it and just make it fit just for this video. But ideally you create your graphic to fit, but it's just good to know, because you might have like a graphic, like a logo. So you might have your logo and then you just want it in the corner, like small. So then you could just do that. Or sometimes I import my printables and then I'll just place them here, and I'll have my video and I'll be talking here. So it's just good to know how to do that anyway. So I'm just going to plonk it in for now. Yep. And then move this all up again so I can see my bar. I'm just going to play it from here, not from the beginning. I am just going to add a plugin on my... So it's faded. So we've learned how to add a graphic, which could be your cover or your logo. We've dissolved it. We've got the video starting before, so it's overlapping, doing a nice blend. We've added audio music and we've faded that out. Okay, so we've got plugins, and then I'm just going to zoom out. Or install plugins. I'm going to add new because I want to do one. I'm going to drag it now to the end. Just because I might just show. Oh yeah, I'll take. Sometimes there's a bit extra at the end when you. I use a loom, so when I'm clicking off, I just want to take off the end. Let me go right up close. Let's have a look.
And that's it.
So that finished quite abruptly, but sometimes I have extra bits on the end that I'm like, oh, I want to take that off. So what you do again is click on it and then use this red arrow to take it in, and you can just see it taking off like 10 seconds or 1 second, a couple of seconds. So you can use that to take bits off to just finish it earlier. And then another handy thing is cutting it. So I'm just going to pause it and then come back in part 2 for cutting this up, and you want to cut that out. So I'm just going to cut it here. And there's this tool here, razor, and I'm just going to go on that light. It's probably best to like zoom in quite a lot, so you can like literally see the seconds, and you can drag it. And I'm going to cut it out to this point. So I'm going to do another mark. Now, when you press play,
Again, it popped up.
It does. You don't notice any difference. It doesn't affect like the sound of the video or anything. But it's just put it into like a separate segment of its own. So then now I can click on these, and they're like broken up, and I can click on that, and then I right click, cut, and now that segment's gone. So now you've cut out that bit. Obviously, if you just press play, let me move that out of the way. If you just pressed play, you'll have a gap. So you don't want a gap. So I'm just going to zoom in and drag this back to here, and now it's joined it. And yeah, you can't really notice, but it's just joined it. And you might want to just go, oh, I made a mistake, so I'm just edited this bit out. And you might record another video where you're just explaining what happened, and then you'd import it and you'd place it in the middle. Or you might, you can just do anything, but it's just a handy tool how to cut it, splice your video or your audio, so you can remove a bit. So let's go back in. So sometimes when you've been editing, the kind of video gets not longer, but you have all these bits and pieces. So what's quite handy is to go to the beginning where you want to start, right click, mark in, and then go to the end of your video where you want to stop here. Oh, I need that blue marker. Stop at the end, and then right click, mark out, and then that's like cutting the whole video to this selection. And I'll go to in.
I am just going to add a plugin on my WordPress website and show you how I do that. So,
and again, if you wanted, you could click on the sound, on the music, and you could copy, find the bit you want and copy, or Control C. And then I've just locked this audio panel by clicking the lock, and then I've just moved this along. I'd have music at the end, so I put it there, and then Control V, and then you can see that the music's been pasted in here at the end. So look,
different things like HubSpot, Elementor.
So you get to have your music at the end, and I'm just going to drag it out so it's overlapping, and I'm going to zoom in so I can see what I'm doing. I've just clicked on it and deleted it because I don't want it to fade at the end. I'm going to just go to effects, audio effects, audio transitions, and crossfade, and I want it to get louder, not go quieter, so I've just dragged that, and I want it to get to its full loudness, kind of at the end actually. Let's listen.
Okay, and that's it.
Okay, so okay, I think I'm going to mark in a bit earlier, so I'm just going to drag it to there, and then right click, mark out, and then it can finish there. Okay, so I've shown you how to add graphics, change the size, fade them out, dissolve, make your video shorter, cut a bit out, add audio, make the audio go, fade it out, and gain so it gets louder. And I think those are really the main things. And there's loads more to do with it. I don't know how to do all those other things, but this has been enough to make a course, a video course, and to put my videos up. So hopefully that's all you need as well. And then I'm just going to export it now. This bit might take a little while. I'm on the wrong screen, so I couldn't show you the export bit, so I'm just doing it on a different video. But export the media, and then H.264, and then on preset, I'm coming to YouTube 1080. I mean, if you want a 4K video, you can, but most people's computers or phones aren't 4K, so 1080 is more than good enough, or 720 if you want, and then use maximum render, and then you can go to Q, which will take it to Adobe Media Encoder, which means that all your video will be basically in a queue, and you can download it when it's convenient. While if you go to export, which is what I'm going to press, you see that it starts it will start exporting it through Premiere Pro, which means you can't then carry on editing other videos. So if you've got things to do, and these videos take an hour or a couple of hours, I think I had a video that was 4 hours. So if you want to carry on editing other videos, you want to go to Q, so it can send it to Media Encoder. If you don't mind that it's your last video, or your videos aren't that short, aren't that long, you can just go to export and it will do it here. So I'm going to cancel this because that's too long and I need to carry on doing some other videos. So I'm going to queue it. And I won't show you that because my program takes a few minutes to open up, but I'll just press Q and then it does that, and then it starts opening it up, and then it takes it to Media Encoder. So that's it basically. So how to make a new project, import. Oh, here we go. Actually a bit quicker than I thought. And here it is. And I can click on it, and then I can just, it's where you wanted to save it to. And then you can press start queue, and it will just start adding them. So you might queue loads of videos. So here there might be a list of like a few videos, and then you can just start queue, and you can pause it. So you can do it when it's convenient. Some people bulk load them overnight, and they just press like go overnight, or in the morning when they're at work, things like that. So it means that your computer still you can work on other things on Premiere Pro. Anyway, so I hope that's been helpful. Like I said, I'm not a pro or anything. Literally, that is the only things that I know, but it's been enough to make my videos for my online course and things like that. If you want to know more, you can visit me at calledoutLiving.com, calledoutLiving.com, and I have printables and planners around getting clarity, making your sort of dreams and your goals and planning, things like that. I also got my blog and my podcast talking about things like mindset, and also, I'll be adding a lot more how-to tutorials, like things like editing videos or different things that I've learned. I just want to make it easy for you so you can save yourself some time. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I hope it's been helpful. Bye.